Hi there. Do you want to know where in the world am I? I'm in San Diego talking about Athens, Greece, and this is part 2 of 2. So welcome back to the Dr. Mary Travelbest Guide. We're talking about 5 steps to solo travel now. And I returned from my second 90-day journey around the world, and here I am to share and connect with you. Let's talk about cultural awareness and peace. So today's FAQ, a friend asked about high-risk medications. And that friend is going to be traveling to Germany, Austria, and Czechia from the US in the fall. And so wanted to know about if they need a doctor's note. Okay, so they asked me what has been my experience with traveling with prescription medication, and have I ever been pulled for extra questioning, had medication confiscated or forgotten / skipped declaring, etc. And the quick answer is no, I've never been stopped for medication, nor has anyone I know. But you should always have a doctor's prescription, and it should be in the original packaging if you have those goods. You should have the supply amount for the trip you're taking. So be mindful of any country laws and regulations. Always check first. And please note that I am not a medical doctor, but a business and marketing doctor. And now if you're challenged today, this is about getting tickets. So your confidence challenge is to get tickets to an event, maybe far away or a long ways away from time-wise. So if you're trying to see a big event like World Cup, you may need to check the current conditions, pricing, and immigration rules. I attended the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles, and I hope to go to the next games in 2028. But it's not a sure thing to get a ticket. You can sign up now if you want, and you can see the show notes for that website. If you like today's confidence challenge, my book series delves deeper into specific events for travel, like Olympic Games, while moving through the 5 steps to solo travel, from easy to more challenging, with foreign language communication tips. You can find this series in the show notes. You can also find my website, 5stepstosolotravel.com, or look on Amazon. Part B is already out, and Part C is almost ready for pre-sales. So today we're going to talk about Athens, Greece, Part 2 of 2. So just remember, this is a Step 5 destination, and I've got some guidance for you on the places to see in Athens. So everybody talks about the Acropolis. I entered the Acropolis, just bought my ticket at the gate at 7:10 p.m. So I only had 50 minutes, but that was enough. Visiting at night was better since it wasn't too crowded, no lines, but they do kick you out at 8 p.m. So I had another couple of hours to explore the area and the grounds around the buildings. They were still all visible from the nearby hillside, and it got much cooler after 8 p.m. too. I think there's so much more than just the main attractions, so spend more time here in the evening when it's still light outdoors. Now, one day I took the metro to the Acropolis station, but it was under construction that day, so I had to change my plans, and that may happen to you too. Just make sure you have a plan B. Now, another day in Athens, I went swimming. I found this bay near Edom. It was a public beach, and it was accessible by tram. And I met Don and Joan from the USA. They are now locals, thanks to the Golden Visa program. They had obtained resident status for $250,000. Basically, they're living the good life now. They showed me the ropes at the beach, how to do it, how to swim, what to do, how to just be safe, and provided some great insight into life and culture here. They were a sweet couple, probably in their mid-50s or 60s. And Don talked about when he lived in San Diego with his former wife, he raised kids there and worked for General Dynamics. So after the swim, which cooled me off so much, I visited a restaurant called Poseidon Taverna, a restaurant near the tram station, and I later hiked up Proponesia Mountain, or hill, I guess. I enjoyed a beautiful sunset on the roof of my hostel later on while talking to Damien, who was from Holland, and my roommate, Danny, who was from Tacoma, Washington. Now, I also had breakfast with another hostel roommate, Amanda. She was a tech expert traveling solo. And then I spoke with Ryan, who was from Melbourne, Australia. He missed his flight, and he expressed his desire to run with the bulls in Spain soon. I gave him some of my leftover books and food for his future trip. So traveling solo does not have to be alone. It was a great week filled with fantastic conversations. Some of the food that I remember is the gyros with pork. And some of the recommended activities, the hop-on, hop-off bus was really helpful. You have 24 hours, so you can do it in the afternoon and then finish up in the morning. The Architecture Museum was outstanding. I would so recommend that. And also go on a city tour if you can. Do a walking tour. I did a lot of walking that week. I averaged about 10 to 17 kilometers every day. And just as a side note, I looked at my phone just now. I hit the 5,000 mile mark on my walking badge, and some of it was in Greece. And now my misstep. I got scammed online. I was scammed on Amazon for a product I did not order. So a random vendor mailed me some jewelry. Again, I didn't order it. It was just before Christmas. I thought it was a gift. And then I saw a bill for $400. What? It was impossible to get a refund because the seller was no longer on their website. So I had all the backup information that I could find. And after several months, probably by April, I did receive a refund, but it was a challenge to get it. I hope that never happens to you. So act quickly if somebody mails you something like jewelry and you weren't expecting it. I'll see you on the next journey. Thanks for connecting with Dr. Travelbest.
What's on your travel bucket list? Tell the doctor and her team of women who travel the world seeking the very best. Dr. Travelbest, that is.